so first, the things about this series that are good. And again, preface, I've never played the game. So don't care about the game. Don't care about how true it is to the game. There are lots of gamers out there. You want to watch their videos on the correlation between the game and the show. That's fine. I'm just watching it as a piece of pure TV entertainment. Okay? I'm coming from, I don't care what's canon. I don't care what's not canon. Just coming at it from the view of a TV viewer. So I'm just going to say that right up front. That is not my particular purview. I don't play video games because I'm not a child.
You're doing so well for a second there, Ben. I just want to run this by you so you understand why this is not a children's game, okay? So this is my copy of The Last of Us Remastered for the PlayStation 4, and if you see there, it's rated mature for 17 and plus. Okay, now remember that for a second. So this is another game that I'm sure you can get away with calling it a focus, you dumb bastard. Okay. So this is Ratchet & Clank. I bought this game back when I was still interested in it, and it's rated E10+. Now what does that mean? Now for some people would probably assume that the company or firm that rates these video games or entertainment is ageist, and they don't want the young kids playing the spicy adult-rated games like The Last of Us. But that's wrong. Simply put, The Last of Us is not made for everyone, and it's made for people over the ages 17 plus. I would argue that since you're 1 year away from being a legal adult to, well, own a place of residence, to own a business, to enlist in the military, that I would probably assume at the age of 17 you would be an adult. But at least within the purview of the people rating these games. I have played games in the past where they are adults only, meaning 18 and plus. But what the E10 means, it's rated everyone for ages 10 and up. I played games that are rated E for everyone. And I played games that are rated M. I only played one game that's AO, and The Last of Us Part 2 nearly got slapped with an AO rating given the content that was in the game that was highly questionable and suspicious. However, not talking about that. I'm talking about the age and the ranges, alright? Would you consider a 17-year-old to be a young adult? Yeah, that's not really a child, though, is it? I mean, I'm sure you can argue that with brain development being, completed at age 25, a couple of years ago, I was still a child in a man's body or something, or whatever. You make the argument however you want. The Last of Us is just not for everyone. It's the same thing with movie ratings. So let's go on about that for a second. Alright, so I just collected a stack of DVDs to look at. I got Major Leagues with Tom Berenger, Charlie Sheen, and Corbin Benson. Let's look at the rating for this. R. I wonder what that means. Probably only adults can see it. Alright. 1917, Sam Mendes film. One of the best war films of all time. I'd like to get into debate about that sometimes, but let's check out the rating for this. Will you look at that? R. I wonder what that means. 88 minutes, Al Pacino, one of my favorite actors of all time. What's the rating for this one? Let's see, what is it? R for restricted. Okay, what does that mean? Okay, Punisher. 2004, Thomas Jane, Sean Travolta, one of my favorite Marvel movies, at least for, early 2000s Marvels, that sort of thing. Look at that, an R rating. I wonder what that means. Yeah, I wonder what that means, Ben. I wonder what that means. You guys get what I'm saying? Alright, but this one is not rated, so I wonder what that means. Oh, 13 and plus for violence. Bonnie and Clyde. 13 and plus for violence. Do you guys get what I mean? Yeah, Ben, The Last of Us, the game, Last of Us, the show, and if they ever make a movie about it someday, is not made for everyone. It is restricted to adult audiences because that's what the game was restricted to begin with. So it's not for kids. It's not Disney princess games. It's not arcade flight simulator games. It's not any of those very rated E for everyone games. It's not Ratchet & Clank. It's It's along the lines of Battlefield and Call of Duty as far as the M rating goes. It's along the lines with Red Dead Redemption 1 and 2 as far as the rating goes. Narratively speaking, The Last of Us is a good game. Yes, there's LGBT characters in the game and trans characters in the game because of the person who made the game. He's kind of a liberal. And I played the game, even though I'm a kind of conservative, Republican, right-leaning individual. I do sometimes go from center to right to center. And I sometimes stay on the right. And, yeah, if you had someone at the age of 10 play The Last of Us, that kid's not going to be the same. There's a reason why the ratings exist. The game was not made for kids, Ben. Okay? It's just not. You're speaking out of ignorance here. Sorry, man. You're actually wrong.